The Ontario MicroFIT program wasn't the first one to start. It started actually in Germany, called the same name, the MicroFIT program, over 25 years ago. The Germans realized how powerful the sun was and realized they had to provide more green energy to their solar grid. Today, Germany has over 50% on a sunny day of their electricity being produced by solar panels. Here in Ontario, we're barely at 3%. We have a lot of catching up to do. Not all homes qualify, unfortunately. Your home has to be facing south within 60 degrees. So if you understand, a compass is facing 180 degrees. So as long as your house is within, to the east up to 220, to the west, well, that's the opposite, to the east as low as 120 degrees and all the way up to 220 degrees. 1 in 6 homes qualifies for the program. Some roofs are a little bit small, some roofs aren't facing the right way, some roofs have shade from large older trees. So it's all about finding out if your roof qualifies. The purpose of this video is to give you a little bit more information, but please call us at any time and we can verify your roof just with your address on Google Maps. So the program started in Germany. Here in Ontario, like I said, is only 3% of the energy of electricity is coming from solar panels versus on a sunny day, it's 50% or more right now in Germany that they're getting from their solar panels. If your roof is qualified, we'll do a design for your house. We have to fill in some paperwork and then we send it into the IESO, which stands for the Independent Electricity Systems Operator. They're the governing body here in Ontario that looks after the MicroFIT program, as well as a copy goes to your local distribution company, your hydro company. So depending where you live, there's 82 Ontario LDCs, we call them, local distribution companies, from Milton Hydro to Power Save to Hydro One, Toronto Hydro. There's many different ones. They all have the last say to see if your home qualifies. So depending on where your home is situated, we will know in 3 to 4 weeks once we send in the paperwork for your address. Once your home does qualify, then we have 6 months to put the solar panel system on the roof to participate in the program. And it usually takes us about 4 to 7 weeks once we get what we call the OTC. That's the offer to connect we get from your hydro company. So our company's been around since the beginning for installing solar systems in 2009 when the MicroFIT first started. Some of you might be familiar. It's been a hard, long road. The government changed the program 5 different times and sometimes even halting the program for a full 9 months. The second time was 6 months. All this to adjust the price per kilowatt to make sure that you, an Ontario resident, can make between 10 to 13% return on your investment. Now, I know some of you have invested in the stock exchange, in the bank, in some GICs. No one can get that type of return guaranteed for 20 years. It is a fabulous way to save your money. Use your roof, take advantage of it if it qualifies. So we've been installing now for over 5 years. Today already on the MicroFIT in Ontario, there's over 30,000 homes that are participating. And there's only so many the government approves, so the faster you get on the program, the better. When the program started, the government was paying 81 cents per kilowatt. It dropped down to 54, was revised to 39.6, and this year it's 38.4 cents for every kilowatt hour of electricity your system will produce. That still gives you that great 10 to 13% return on your investment. So our company, we offer 4 options. 1, you can pay for the whole system and get 100% of the profit, 100% of the government's money. And believe me, on a 10 kilowatt system, it's close to $90,000+ over your 20 years. Great rate of return on a $34,000 system. Back when the program started, why was the government paying 81 cents per kilowatt? Because it would have cost you over $85,000 for that same solar system. So the price gets adjusted based on the total cost of your investment to make sure you make that same return on your money. Okay. Second option is also a purchase, but you can use the bank financing. Use the bank's money. Don't use your money if you don't have it sitting around. i.e., today, most of the banks, TD Bank for one, has a great program. So does CIBC, Bank of Montreal, World Bank. for the MicroFIT program. They have an unsecured line of credit for 5.99% available for people that have a good credit score. If you have available equity in your home, or you want to put it on your mortgage, or you already have a line of credit backed by your mortgage, those interest rates are really low today, about 2.5 to 2.8%. Even at 5.99, at 6%, even a 10 kilowatt system, people are making $36,000 using the bank's money. So do the math. The return on that is, what's the limit when you use someone else's money to make $30,000 or more? So take advantage of it. That's the second option. The third option is we have a program, it's called the Lease or Free program, where you, the owner, pay absolutely nothing. We'll put the solar system on your roof. We pay for absolutely everything. And in 20 years' time, you own the solar system, and we'll pay you every year 10% of what the government pays us. So for example, a 10 kilowatt system will earn you probably close to $500,000, not 500,000, it'll cost you about $500 every year for the next 20 years. So about $10,000 for the 20 year, and you have paid nothing for it. After the 20 years, you own the system outright, and everybody gets net metering. Government has already announced that those of you that are producing electricity for the MicroFIT program, after the contract, you get a kilowatt for free for every kilowatt you produce. Now you already know, or you should understand, that in 20 years it's going to cost a lot more for a kilowatt hour of electricity. Today it's approximately 24 cents, made up of 16 cents during the day and 8 cents for transportation. In 20 years, I can only imagine it'll be between 50 or 60 cents per kilowatt. And at 50 cents, a 10 kilowatt system is over $5,000 of free electricity every year. So take advantage of it. Even on the free program, it's absolutely a great program to participate if your roof qualifies. The fourth one is another program where the homeowner pays absolutely nothing for the solar system. We'll pay you $1,000 when we install the system, and then every year after that you get a flat fee of $200 for the 20 years. So that's an additional $4,000 for a total of $5,000, and you've paid nothing for your solar system. It doesn't matter the size on that fourth option. Also, on the fourth option, you will still own the system after 20 years and get the free benefit. Whoever's living in your house at that time will get the benefit of that electricity. So if it's a 10 kilowatt system, it'll be worth an additional $5,000 per year if it's 50 cents for a kilowatt. And I still think it might even be more than that. We don't know. No one knows what the price per kilowatt will be in 20 years. So take advantage of it with one of those four options. Some of the frequently asked questions are, what happens if my shingles need replacing? First of all, we won't install the solar panel system unless your shingles are in good condition today, which means they're not curling and they're not brittle, and they're at least probably 10 to 12 years or younger. If your shingles are curling or time to replace your roof, we suggest you do that first, and then we'll put the solar panel system on that roof. The best thing about putting solar panels on your shingles is wherever we place those solar panels, those shingles will remain in new condition, the same condition that they are in today. 40 years from now, if you were to remove the solar panels, those shingles will be pristine or in the same like they are today. So you have three options to do if your roof deteriorates over the 20 years. One, you can shingle around the solar panel shingles. Two, you can use one of our contractors who'll give you a competitive price to replace the shingles on the total roof, including taking down and putting back up the solar panels. Or the third option, use your own contractor to do the replacement of your shingles, and we'll take the panels down and put them back up for a small fee. One other question we get asked all the time is, what happens if I sell my home? Well, great thing about selling your home, it just transfers to the new homeowner. There's no cost to you and no cost to the new homeowner. So if you've been qualified for the MicroFIT, you're only allowed one MicroFIT per person right now in Ontario, so your name will be deregistered and that new homeowner will be registered, and then you could still potentially buy another home and get another MicroFIT. We don't know how long the program's going to last. However, until it continues, you can still qualify for a new home. One of the best things about getting on the program is being connected to the grid. So you're a producer of electricity for the province of Ontario. What does that mean? That means that the electricity you produce goes into the grid, and yes, you will still take some of the electricity yourself for your home, but it goes into your existing meter. So there's a new meter installed on the side of your home to collect the amount of electricity that you're producing. There's a cutoff switch as well, and an inverter. The electricity that's being produced by the solar panels is DC, direct current, and to go into the grid we have to transform that into an alternating current, AC. Studies have showed that if you're connected to the grid, your home is worth a lot more money, number one. Number two, if you do decide to sell it, it'll sell a lot faster. In California, they've been doing this for 20 years, and already studies have shown that homes are selling 17% more money. That's a lot if you look at the numbers that we're getting for homes here in Ontario, and they're selling faster. People are looking for homes that are connected to the grid. Imagine if we were 18 years from today and you're looking to buy a home. Would you rather have a home that's going to get free electricity in 2 years for the same size, the same location, or would you rather buy the home that's going to have to pay $5,000 every year for electricity? The answer is obviously the first decision. It's a lot easier to buy a home that's on the grid producing electricity. Another big benefit I'll mention right now is some people have said, what about batteries? What about getting off the grid? You don't want to do that if you have a chance to be on the MicroFIT. The MicroFIT is paying more per kilowatt than you are actually paying for what you are using. Plus, for batteries, it's extremely expensive and today still not that efficient to store electricity. Some of you might have seen lately Elon Musk is building a new plant to produce batteries for 10 kilowatt for homes. Those batteries will be over $3,000. And just to store about 3 days of electricity, that's not a lot in case if it was a cloudy day. The average home in Ontario would use about 100 kilowatts. That would cost you about $30,000 of batteries. If you're connected to the grid, you produce that electricity for the grid, it gets counted, and then you can use it. So when we go on net metering, you'll be getting all those kilowatts for free, and you don't have to have any batteries, and you don't have to store any electricity. And you can go on vacation for 3 months and come back to your home. You get 1 full year to use up month by month the credits that you've built on your bill. Okay, what I'm showing you right now is the smallest system that qualifies for the free program and for all 4 options. It's a 6.24 kilowatt system. That's 6,240 watts of electricity being generated. And it's 24 panels on your roof. Takes about 400 to 440 square feet of available space. And right now that would cost, for that system to be installed on your roof, with the cost of the building permit, with the cost of the connection to the LCD, your local hydro company, with the engineering drawing, with all costs, no hidden costs, no surprises, there is no catch. It's all about providing a full package solution. That would be $21,840 for the small system. And that system, we have 3 columns on the sheet of paper. The purchase option, and beside it we have the bank finance option at 5.99%. Obviously, if you're going to use your line of credit secured by your mortgage, these numbers will be much better return than the bank financing at 5.99%. And the last one is the lease option, which is we're giving you 10% of what the system produces. And the one that's not on this page is the flat rate, which is $1,000 when we install your system, and then $200 a year for the next 20 years. So this small system only costs $21,840. It's going to produce an 11.9% annual return. Now, where can you get almost 12% return on your money? And that's guaranteed by the Ontario government for the next 20 years. It's a 7.3 year payback. So what does that mean? The first year your system is going to produce $3,054 of electricity. That's at 38.4 cents per kilowatt. And that is based over the last 100 years of weather patterns in Ontario. It's produced by the Ontario Government of Canada. we get, for a 10 kilowatt system here in Ontario, we're getting about 12,000 kilowatt hours per year. That same system, if you were to place it on a roof in the state of Nevada, it would produce about 18,000 kilowatt hours of electricity. It's about 50% more electricity. But here in Ontario, we're getting more electricity with our solar panels than they are in the state of Florida, which is called the Sunshine State. So you're in a very good place to be to put solar panels on your roof. So the first year the system produces $3,054. You'll notice that it goes down the second year to $3,031, and it goes down again to $3,007. The numbers are going down by approximately 0.5% per year. Why? Because the solar panels aren't as efficient year after year. After 20 years, you've lost about 10% efficiency. In fact, the panels are guaranteed for 25 years to produce 80% or more of their original amount of electricity. So you're going to get 35 to 45 years of great production out of your solar panels. So on the purchase option, if you were to purchase it for $21,840, you'll get a total revenue over 20 years of $56,687 with a net profit of $34,000. So even on a small system of 6 kilowatts with 11.9% return, you're getting over $34,000 of value. On the bank financing, this is a real important part to pay attention to. If you've got a good credit score and qualify at 5.99%, you pay nothing. They'll amortize the amount of the investment to $21,000, will be amortized over 15 years. And even in the first year, there's an excess of $700, the second year in excess of $677, and so on and so forth. It's paid off in 15. Then you get the full amount in year 16 of $2,707. And same thing for the 17th up to the 20th, which means you didn't use any of your money, and you've made $21,377 by amortizing it over 15 years. Now, if you leave the money there, don't take out the $700, don't take out the $677, it'll pay off faster, and you'll make at least an extra $6,000 or $8,000 more on your $21,000. You'll be close to $30,000, and you haven't used any of your money. The 10%, well, the 10% is based on the system produces $56,687. So on the totally free program, you'll get $5,669. And again, the last program is get the $1,000 up front when we install the system, and then $200 a year. Okay, I'm showing you one more example here, and we have one more after this quickly just to make sure you got a bit of an idea here. This is a 10 kilowatt system. Those of you that have a larger roof facing the right way, if we can put up to the maximum 10 kilowatts, we're using, each panel is 260 watts it produces. So we can put 38 panels on your roof for a total of 9,880 watts of power, which is 9.88 kilowatts. That system for most homes here in Ontario will cost about $34,580. We have seen it on higher roofs with a steeper roof is about an extra $500 to $1,000 charge, but on average we're seeing $33,000 to $34,000 for the 10 kilowatt systems. And here we notice we have a little insect in our little forest area here coming to participate. The 10 kilowatt system is earning in the first year $4,039, and it continues to degrade by 0.5%. So by year 20, you've made $86,120, leaving you a net profit of $51,540. So that is an 11.3% return on your money. Again, we can't see these type of returns in any GICs or money in the bank or investing in the stock market. It is a fabulous guaranteed 20-year return on your money. And of course, if you reinvest this money in other opportunities, you'll make even more money with the money you're making on your roof. The second option here with a 10 kilowatt system is using the bank financing, again at 5.99%. So again, we have amortized that 5.99% line of credit to be paid off over the first 15 years. Now, if you leave the money in the bank and don't take it out, you'll pay it off probably as fast as 10 or 11 years. This system, on a full purchase, is a total paid out after 7.6 years. So on the bank financing, you don't use your money, you use the bank's money, and you'll make $31,940 with this 10 kilowatt system over the 20 years. And the same thing will happen if you leave this, the first year there's an excess of $1,027, the second year's an excess of $992, and so on and so forth. Leave that money on your line of credit, do not pay the interest on it, and you'll pay it off probably in 10 years, and you'll get an extra 5 years of close to $3,000 more. That's $15,000, almost $45,000 to $46,000 if you use the bank's money. The lease option, where you pay absolutely nothing, it's 10% of what the system produces. So in this case, after 20 years, the first year you've earned $450 some odd dollars for a total of $8,610, which is 10% of your $86,120. And again, the last option, even for a 10 kilowatt, if you want to take the $1,000 on install and then $200 a year, that's the fourth option available to you. Every roof is a little bit different. I'm showing you one more option here that unfortunately this customer does not qualify for the free program. Depending how your roof is positioned, if it's more east and west versus 100% south, or a little bit within that 60 degrees, then the percentage of return on your investment won't be as lucrative. The last two examples I showed you, the 6 kilowatt was actually producing a better percent return on their money versus the 10 kilowatt because that house wasn't facing as much south as the 6 kilowatt was. For example, I'm showing you one roof here that is able to put 8.84 kilowatts of electricity, 34 solar panels. So notice on this picture here where the home is situated that the larger portion of the roof is facing more west than south. The triangle here, you'll notice here in this little triangle, we're able to put a total of 7 panels and 27 panels in this area here. So these panels are facing more westwardly, closer to 270 degrees on a compass. So the return won't be as good as if you're facing south. In this particular case, our finance company will not put it on the free program. However, he still has 2 options available to them. And for this system, it's an 8.84 kilowatts, just under 9 kilowatts. The total cost for the install, including everything, is $30,340. And it's a 9.9% return on their investment. Still just under 10%. It's a fabulous way of taking advantage of the government's opportunity and making money. In this case, they will pay a total of $70,000 over the 20 years, leaving a net profit of $39,674. This is an 8.4 year payback. So after 8.4 years, all this money is free and net profit to you. On the bank financing, again, these numbers we've kept them consistent. It's on a 15-year amortization on a line of credit of 5.99%. So if you can get on your mortgage more money, you've got equity in your home, or you can get a mortgage at 2.8 or 2.4%, these numbers will significantly increase. So even on this 8.84 system, this customer, if they take none of their money, they got a good credit score and then get financing at the bank, we'll help you do that. They're still making $22,134. Now, most of you are not using your roofs. This is why these solar panel systems on the MicroFIT is a fabulous investment. So again, this person here is going to make $22,000. If they leave the money in the account and don't take it out, they will pay a lot less interest. It'll probably pay out after 11 years, and they'll make an extra 4 years of over $8,000 more, close to $30,000 on this $30,000 purchase. Okay, we get asked, what am I going to do with the money from the solar system? Well, you can easily spend it, but more importantly, if you save it for your kids or grandchildren's colleges, if you want to use it for retirement, if you just want to use it to buy something special. Unfortunately, in the bank today, we can barely get 1% return 3%, you're lucky if you get a GIC at 2 or maybe even 4%. It's available. Mutual funds today, by the time you take all the fees, it's earning less than 5%. But with solar, it's 10 to 13. So a 12% return on your solar investment is going to earn you over $75,000. And that's not taking into account reinvesting the money you get every month from the electricity it produces. So it's more than double if you had a GIC, and certainly an extra $20,000. And if you reinvest that money every month when you get it from your solar system, it'll be even higher than that. So what's the next steps? Please contact us at
647-479-8529
and find out if your roof qualifies. If you already know that it qualifies, then we have to send in the paperwork to the MicroFIT program. It takes 3 to 4 weeks to get approval. Once we get the offer to connect, then it'll take us 4 to 7 weeks to put the solar system on your roof. We'll install your panels and you'll be up and running producing green energy for the province of Ontario. So please call us now at
647-479-8529.
Look forward to talking to you. So what are you waiting for? Start making money from your roof today. Call us 647-479-8529. And put your roof to work with the sun. It's a beautiful day and lots of solar energy.